All right, guys. Before we move on, just to let you know, if you have certain watches that maybe you want to trade in, or perhaps you have a watch you've been looking for that you really want, but you're not sure how you can get it, we can actually help do it for you. Just fill in the details in the Google form in the comment section or the description. Either we'll already have what you want, or we will do everything we can to get it for you. So yeah, comment section and description. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Now in this video, I will be asking the experts on what are some of the must-knows whenever you want to buy your very first watch, or if you're just at the beginning of your watch journey, maybe you have bought a few watches and you don't even know whether you did the right thing. So, how will you guys start off? Maybe we start with Mike.
Okay.
What's the number one question that you ask?
I think this is a tough question, but it's a good question.
Okay.
Because usually my eyes got attracted by beautiful stuff. I mean, beautiful watches. So again, those beautiful watches, sometimes when I put on my wrist, it might not suit my wrist. But I mean, I've been collecting watches for quite some time.
Yes.
So I roughly know what type of sizes sit nice on my wrist. So other than how it looks, the first thing, it has to catch my attention first. Second thing, usually when I ask, the second question that I ask, it will be, what is the size? Because size does matters to me or to every one of us, right?
Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, that size does matter. So I mean, if today I'm looking for a dress watch, or today I'm looking for a sports watch, I have already some sizes in my mind that I can accept from the range of what size to what size. Like for example, if it's a dress watch, usually if anything goes below 36, unless I really like it very, very much, and I know that it's a super hard to get, then I will buy it, but I won't wear it. I just keep it as like my trophy watch, right?
Yeah.
If I want to wear it, I will need to go a minimum of a 36 for a dress watch. I can handle all the way, maybe.
It means 36 mm.
36 mm, by the way. So which means that the diameter of the watch case
So this diameter, okay.
Diameter,
right?
yeah.
So up to a maximum that I think I can accept 40 is the best. I mean, even though I can carry up to 41, 42, but I still prefer to stop at about 40.
Will you say that
Yeah.
it's really dependent on your wrist?
It's dependent on my wrist.
Like if it's a woman,
Yeah.
it's a different calculation.
It's a
The
different
36 will look a lot bigger
Yeah, a lot more bigger. A woman can
versus
go
yourself, right?
as small as like 22.
Wow.
Yeah, all the way to maybe 36. But there are some women who likes to wear modern oversized watch right now.
I think it's a trend right now for women to go
Big
even
watches.
up to 40.
40.
And I've seen them before.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Exactly.
In fact,
40.
I bought a 40 for my wife.
Yeah.
She loved it.
Yeah, my wife also loves a
She
40
loves-
and
Right.
watch.
And
Yeah,
they don't mind the fact that it's a bit heavy lah.
No, because it's a fashion right now.
Yeah.
It is a fashion
Which
right
leads
now.
me to my second question, which is like the heaviness. Does that play into does it play into choosing JT?
You know, I think there was a while back then when they buy headphones or earphones,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
The weight means that it's better, right? I think that's just a gimmick.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, I think to a certain extent, having the weight tells you, what kind of material you're dealing with, right? Gold
Correct.
is
Of
definitely
course.
denser, right?
Yes.
But no, it does not factor into what
Right.
I like about a watch. It does not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know what you think.
So to
Like,
me, I mean that that watches that are, I mean, you can make with different type of materials,
yeah.
from
Yes.
stainless steel to gold to titanium. To
Titanium is light.
yeah, like half gold or
Yeah.
carbon.
Right.
So there are so many type of so-called even ceramic.
Ceramic.
Yeah, even ceramic. So there are so
Wow.
many types of materials that can make a watch. So
You know the
if
Swatch one? Yeah.
yeah. So if you ask me that, look, I mean that I mean I like watches basically that is pretty old school, made with stainless steel, so I can just be a daily beater
Mm.
if there are scratches here and there.
Right.
I'm not too worried because I know that I can polish it off compared to the rest. Gold, yes, you can polish, but you feel a bit heart pain. Yeah, I lose some gold,
You
but
probably don't want to polish gold.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah. You lose
exactly.
value.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah.
So you mean when they you are reducing the weight of the watch, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
you are.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
it is, yeah. So, but I mean that some guys in front of the TV might think that, hey, look, just if you have the money to own a gold watch, just don't polish
Yeah.
it.
Fun fact,
Yeah.
some steel watches of the same model is
Yes.
worth more than gold watches.
That's
Correct,
crazy.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct,
so
correct.
not all, but
Correct.
some. And then it
Correct.
can be like it could be 100% different.
Right.
Yeah. And to be honest, sometimes the original status of a watch pretty beat up, it actually fetches more than a very
That's right.
clean
Right.
but polished gao type of watch, right?
Yes.
So you're talking about if you can get a beat up Paul Newman Daytona at its original condition without polishing it, it fetch more value than a polished Paul Newman Daytona.
Ooh.
Some cool people, some not.
Some people
Cool
like, sorry,
old man.
Characters.
some people like
Just
the fact
age
that
well,
there are
you know?
scratches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
characters in the watch. Yeah,
Character, okay.
That fetches a premium.
Yes.
And that's a premium I would pay
Yeah.
for. You know, some people
Yeah.
just age like, Andy Lau,
Yeah.
Right.
Some of the age like wine.
Aaron Guo. Yeah,
Yes.
it's like age like wine.
Yes.
Some
yes.
watch just age well.
Correct.
For someone to gain access to this kind of age watches,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They would have to go secondhand, correct?
Well, definitely.
It has to.
Okay, so that leads to my next question, right?
Yeah.
When you're a beginner,
Yeah.
do you start secondhand or first hand?
Sorry, man. I don't think I have budget at the point of time. Seriously, I start with secondhand, and there's
I see.
nothing wrong to start with secondhand. So
Yeah,
trust
yeah.
me, I mean that there are a lot of guys, even though they are rich in the market, eventually, if they want to get a Paul Newman Daytona, there's no such thing as I can get a brand new Paul Newman Daytona. You still have to go a secondhand.
Right. And will you say it's a complete myth that first hand means better? New equals
Well, it's
better.
not a myth, right? If it's new, that means that you know it's untainted. It's not spoiled or it's not loose
Yes, yes.
anywhere, right? So definitely new means better to a certain extent.
right.
But if you know what you're looking for, and sometimes that includes looking for what we call a patina watch just now, the one that aged well, right? Then you know that has to be a second hand,
Right.
Like the Paul Newman Daytona.
Right.
Or that, how old is that watch? Like I'm talking about 70.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's very,
60?
very old watch.
Very old
Yeah.
watch,
Fair enough.
right?
Correct.
Yeah, so it has to be second hand, third, fourth, even. It has
Yeah.
passed hands many times.
Correct.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not only second, maybe
Yeah.
fourth or fifth
Right.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
No, but honestly, right, with all the talk about new old watches, I think at the end of the day, right, a watch is what you go with the heart with. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
It has to come from a heart.
Right.
You have to like it.
correct.
I think the way that Michael said just now was accurate. That you go with what you like first from your eyes, right?
Yes.
And then after you try it on,
Correct.
and then when you try it on, then you know whether, hey, yes, that is what I
Right.
like.
Yes.
Or you say, you know what, it looks nice,
Right.
but not for me.
Right.
That's what usually people say.
Correct.
In fact, I have an experience with when I trade watches, when I
Mm.
collect watches, when I buy from people. Usually they sell cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Sellers sell cheap
Mm.
because they think it's too big for their wrist.
Yes.
Whoa.
Correct.
You get what I'm trying to say? They think it's too big for their wrist and therefore they are letting it go at a cheap price.
Yep.
They don't have wrist time.
Yes.
And then they want to let go of it because, again, it's sitting on a cupboard for a long time.
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of times people take a look at a watch, they like it. And since we're asking about how, what a beginner should look out for, there's always getting your ass up,
Yeah.
go try it out, put
Right.
it on your wrist, shake it a few times, walk around your shop,
Right.
nobody's gonna chase you,
Yeah.
security guards are gonna come after you.
Yeah.
And then imagine yourself wearing it.
So, okay, now this is if you are able to test
Right.
on the spot where you can see it and then you can feel it for those few minutes before you make a decision.
Yep.
Now, of course, say if you buy a watch already and you wear it throughout time, there may be certain things that you discover about the watch that you may or may not like.
Yes.
And then you can only get that information if you've already tried it out for a few months or years. So try to be a crystal ball for someone who is just starting out.
Okay.
That even though they did do what they do, get off their ass and
Okay.
test and
Sure.
eye test and wrist
Okay.
test.
Okay.
Try to tell them what they cannot know from that. When you own a watch, what are some the things they need to look out for?
Okay. Maybe I will share something, but I
Yes.
think I need to cut it off
Yes.
and put it back with just now. Because you asked me whether a new watch is it better than the old watch.
Yes,
of
yes,
course, I
yes.
have an answer, right?
Yes, yes.
So okay, usually for watches, I think a lot of the time where people pay attention is the dial, the
Mhm.
color of the dial, the design of the dial,
Mm.
and also when I use the word when I got dented, if it's stainless steel, is easily polished off.
Right.
But a very big portion of majority of the original watches, they did a very good job on the watch polishing. So I mean, if you are, because these few days, I think the Grand Seiko is very, very famous. So they are very famous because of their Zaratsu polishing of their
okay.
case, which is a ancient method that they use to polish the previously all those Japanese sword type of things, right?
Yes.
So if I were to get a Grand Seiko, I mean that I would definitely go for the one that is unpolished, because nobody else can polish like the Grandmaster in Grand Seiko type of Zaratsu polishing. So I'd rather go brand new, or I'll really be very picky to choose one that the polishing is still there. But whereas the rest, but trust me, whereas the rest like even like Rolex, like even Omegas or even like Patek, you can actually tell between before polish and non-polished. So guys in front of the screen, if you are those like really OCD, you really want it to be 100% original condition, then you have to pay more attention to ask the guy, look, whether is this polished before or not? Is it fully polished, or is it being light polished, or it's being like just clean up, right? So if you are that OCD, then then you have to ask those questions, right? But if you think that a watch to you is just a watch, as long as the dial looks good to you, as long as it's shiny, you don't really care much about the polishing, then okay, I think it's not so difficult. Yeah. So
to be fair, Grand Seiko's selling point is the polishing. So it has to factor in.
So you can't get a Grand Seiko that is very beat up and
right.
Yeah, even though it's at a cheap price, I won't buy, because it is I lose the Zaratsu polishing. Right? So the polishing part is pretty important to me, because if you look at when you hold watches like Patek Philippe, or you hold watches like the Audemars Piguet and also a Rolex, you will know that the difference between those watches, and just how you have tried to put on a Swiss watch and a Japanese watch on your hand, right?
Correct.
So there is a different feel on it, because it's the polishing that makes it more refined, smoother, you wear it more comfortable.
Right.
So so I'm more and then look, I mean that polish is something where you need a master or sifu to do it. So there are not many master or sifu around in the secondary market that can do the right polishing. Sometimes you send your watch for a light touch up, maybe the so-called sifu might over polish it, and the case shape actually runs, or it becomes super thin. Then that actually destroy the value of your watch when you want to sell in future.
Now guys, if you have a watch in mind that you want us to review that we haven't reviewed yet, just let us know in the comments, right? We'll definitely respond to that and get to you ASAP. So from a physical standpoint, will you say that one of the big things for people to look out for is how the material feels? Because you can try a watch immediately and you will feel okay.
Yeah.
But it's only after you wear it for a few hours or a few days or weeks where you start to feel whether it feels good on you. So will you say that is an important factor?
I think in watch collectors' life at us, we usually use the word wrist time.
Wrist time.
Wrist time. So how much wrist time that watch has on your wrist? Because if that particular watch itself, when you first love it and you don't wear it anymore, you keep it into the safe, and you feel that it's unfair, it's unfair to such a beautiful watch, maybe I might want to let another person who wears it and he might have more wrist time on another collector's wrist, right? So how usually this happen to me is when my taste change. So the taste change is where usually is either it comes with age, or recently if I have a change of my style of my fashion. So I will like slowly change. And also the big environment actually also change how I like watches. Like I remember those days people love big watches, super big size, and that is the time where Panerai are selling so well, where 44, 47 is the watch. Right, but now things are going back to a bit more normal size, like 40
Okay.
Instead of the material, it's actually mostly the size thing. It's mostly the size thing, because I think you asked a question just now, so like how you know whether you like it. You learn more about the watch itself.
Correct.
In fact, it's you learn more about your relationship with the watch, right? So you like it. Sounds deep.
If you don't know about watches, people think you're talking about another human being.
Okay, maybe we'll get to that sometime next time maybe. But the point is, so it really is how you interact with, let's say, something that's material object,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So sometimes you're like, okay, this is the watch I like today, but sometimes you just woke up, you just like a watch that's larger.
Larger.
You just do that.
And sometimes
Maybe
the
that's
season, you also have seasons.
Sometimes it's the
Exactly.
season. Yeah,
Exactly. So if you ask me in my collections, yes, I still keep some big watches.
Yeah.
I mean that in case one day the trend is back, that everybody love big and macho watches, right? So I still keep big watches.
Right.
Yeah. And second thing, also the weight itself. I know that I have some friends who have been wearing gold watches throughout their whole life. So a titanium doesn't work on them because to them, they feel like they are not wearing a watch today. So they are so used to heavy watches that they can't wear light watches anymore, right? But I have some friends who wear light watches because they love sports, right? Even their daily wearing is very sporty. So once they are hooked to like the carbon or Richard Mille type of watches, light, easy to go with. You ask them to go back to solid gold watches, to them is wow, this is like I'm like doing a gym. Carrying something heavy every single.
I don't know how you feel about having extra weight sometimes, but you do actually feel it. Like,
correct.
If my right arm is definitely stronger than my left arm, but if I were to wear a watch on my right arm, I feel like
tired. Yeah, a bit more tired.
Like there is something that I don't like.
It adds up.
It adds up. It adds up.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you are enjoying the video so far, always remember to support us by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Click on the notification bell so whenever new videos pop, you'll know it right away. Okay, guys. So make this quick. I'll keep it short rather. What's the right amount to start with as a beginner?
Well, it really depends. If you like that watch, right, I can tell you honestly, sometimes you probably think that you want to go cheap, and then the guy shows you a watch that your eyes like, your wrist is perfect on it. You will increase your budget.
Right.
Yeah. But my advice to whoever out there who is a beginner in watch, or this is your first buy, go with something that doesn't break your bank first, right? Because most definitely you don't know what you like until you wore a watch, until you wore your friend's watch, until you wore your dad's watch, and then you figure out what you like, and then that probably is what you want to pay a premium for.
Right.
Yeah. Go with something probably less than 1,000, less than 2,000 ringgit. Okay. I think that would be the best start.
Yeah.
1% of your net worth, maybe.
No, it's not about percentage of your net worth. Like, we don't talk about money. We're talking about things we love. We don't love money. We love what money can buy us.
Yeah. I think I quite agree with JT. I think that is first find something that you like first. Even though that if the thing that you really like, if it's slightly above your budget, I think you should go for it. And as I mentioned, that I always like to start with. Again, guys, I'm not saying that you cannot afford a Richard Mille. I don't think that I'm not saying that y'all cannot afford a Rolex. I know y'all can. But if you don't want to make some mistake, try with the first watch with like JT says, it's like 2K or below.
That mistake.
2K or below 2K. Because we have, I have encountered so many repeated buyers before who at first bought a 41mm Datejust and finally think that, damn, I think 41mm is too big for me. Then they actually go back.
This is a 41, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a 41.
I can show it to the camera.
Yeah, this is a 41.
Yeah.
As opposed to, let's say, maybe...
This is 36?
I'll show you a 26.
26.
Oh, it's a tiny one.
Yeah. This is a 26.
But those days, this is a gentleman's watch. It's not a lady's watch. But nowadays, this is a lady's watch.
Yeah.
Those days, this is considered a gent's watch already. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So if you ask me, go and kickstart with some cheaper watch, or I can't use the word cheaper. This is, people don't like to use
relative,
affordable, entry level. Try out the size, try out the weight. That if you really think that, okay, now I know what I want, then go and splash your money.
All right.
On Patek Philippe, on Rolex, on Audemars. Just do it. Yep.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for the insights as usual.
Yep.
Yeah.
And guys, if you like the video, let us know. If you disagree with us also, let us know in the comment section. And thanks for staying all the way until the end. Come watch some of our other videos. Please pinch on them. Help us out on the channel. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.